My name is Jennifer Edwards. I am the IT coordinator at Lake Linganore Association in Newmarket, Maryland. Lake Linganore is a large-scale, self-managed HOA with a mix of condominiums, townhomes, single-family homes, and a few commercial properties. We're about 40 minutes outside of DC. We currently have about 5,000 units and expect to have around 7,000 when development is completed. The community is in a rural area, covering about 3,400 acres, and we have a few small ponds and lakes, but the main lake, Lake Linganore, is about 200 acres. The community has 2 beaches and multiple amenities, but we're an ungated, private, members-only community with about 20,000 residents. So we've always used HOA management software of some kind, but the software could not do everything we needed to run all aspects of the community. And finding a solution that was an all-in-one was a very tall order. And because we are self-managed and ungated with very desirable amenities, it was critical that we could find something that would allow us to also manage access control of members and vehicles. This was a big part of the solution that was difficult to find with other software. We were also driven to change software because we were in the cell phone era and we had no offering for use on mobile devices. The only mobile communications we were sending out were email announcements via Constant Contact to keep residents informed, but this was frustrating for them because they didn't have a way of selecting the types of communications they wanted to receive. It was all or nothing. If they wanted to know their account balance, they needed to call the office. Nothing was in real time, and this was no longer a reasonable expectation for our HOA to operate and communicate with the members. We were challenged in multiple ways. We had various pieces of software, and they were not connected. So the same data needed to be entered in multiple places. We were also receiving the data in multiple ways: walk-ins, phone calls, paper forms, a couple of online forms, emails, and with various staff members entering the same data in multiple databases. This was extremely time-consuming and inherently prone to data entry errors. In addition, nothing was mobile-friendly. We knew we needed an app and an all-in-one solution for both staff and members. We evaluated over 40 different pieces of software. This was an extensive project for us. It took a lot of time to narrow down the options to about 3 contenders. We chose Condo Control for a few reasons. One, they had already had many of the features that needed to be built in a custom software, and they were willing to build out more features to complete the solution. They were willing to work with us and integrate our accounting software. We had originally wanted accounting built in, but in the end, we actually felt it was more advantageous for us to integrate with our accounting software. This would allow us to, in the future, if we wanted to change our accounting software without having to make changes to operations or the members interface. So an accounting change would not impact anyone outside of the accounting department, and that was big for us. Condo Control had a clean interface. That's something we were very impressed with when we were comparing other softwares. It was clean, simple, easy to navigate, user-friendly, and it had a modern feel. So we didn't want to release something to members that we had spent so much time on and they were waiting for, to have it feel like it was already dated, and many products felt that way. Condo Control had a mobile app already established, both for iOS and Android. That was great. We didn't have to go through all of the trials and tests on something new. And we had a good feeling about Condo Control. Based on our multiple meetings with them and interactions with their staff and reviewing the software, they just seem to have a good culture, a commitment to service, and being responsive, attentive, and offering exceptional customer service was going to make all the difference, we felt, in the project's success. I can now say, about a year now after we've launched, we definitely made the right choice. We couldn't be happier with their level of service. All of staff is very pleased. Condo Control has changed my IT role. Much of my time used to be spent analyzing and cleaning up our disparate databases and ensuring the data was consistent throughout all of the software. And now I can spend that time on other areas and tasks that I was not able to before. Previously, we emailed meeting packets to the board in preparation for their meetings and faced various issues, the greatest being email attachment size limitations. And now we simply upload the packet to the board only folder in the library, and it saves time and headache, and it ensures the board has access to the information from just about any location. Condo Control also gives them real-time information regarding compliance, architectural review and applications, and maintenance tickets. Well, believe it or not, it's always good to have very little feedback from the residents. When they're quiet, they're happy. Residents have benefited significantly from the software. Just take a look at the menu options they have available to them now. They can view announcements, the community calendar and events, the file library with all of the documents and budgets and meeting minutes. A popular request from them was to be able to track maintenance tickets. They see something out in the community and they would call in, and then they would not know what was going on, if it was ever going to be worked on. And now they can submit questions, architectural application change applications, maintenance requests, any of these they can easily submit. And when staff replies on these or makes a change to the status, the member receives a notification and they can respond and track the progress for all of these through to completion. They can book and pay for amenities. They can manage their household members and vehicles, all, from their cell phone. This gives them the power to track and keep their records up to date so that the information is accurate in just a few clicks. There's no paper forms, no trips to the office, no phone calls. They can select their email preferences now and choose the information they want to receive. They can see their account balance in real time and make online payments. They can submit their proxy or their vote online now. We don't have to mail them anything. So for any HOA matters put to a community vote, including board of directors meetings, board of director elections, or a referendum vote, that's all done easily on a mobile device. For staff, we can conduct all operations with one software. Every department uses the software, from the board and general manager to the part-time summer maintenance worker. We can hold our proxy voting online. Committees can review items and vote online instead of holding in-person meetings to review paper applications. We can now issue digital badges rather than printing plastic member ID cards. Tracking of date and time stamped correspondences, pulling reports, and having records all in one database has greatly improved our workflows. Yes, we've saved both time and money and increased productivity. The cost of multiple pieces of software And our proxy mailing alone has saved us around $10,000 annually. Now the maintenance department is far more productive. Tickets are not lost or forgotten. Management can run reports and quickly reassign tickets to different staff members to keep everything moving. It's fast and easy. We used to mail architectural application permits once we approved the applications, and stage 1 violation letters used to be mailed. Those are now part of the email notification. Those two alone, I would say, were probably about a $3,000 savings in a year. We were also able to save recently when it came time to renew our printing and mailing equipment leases. So due to the lower production volumes, we could lease smaller, less expensive equipment. We just met on a meeting on this last week. I was shocked at the number. Is that right? We definitely have seen an increase in amenity rentals this year, and it's due to the ease of booking and paying online. They used to have to come into the office, fill out a form, pay with a check, and that just discouraged people before. Anybody considering, I know converting software is a huge decision. Learning something new, getting everybody on board, it can be challenging. With Condo Control, we would now be having 20,000 members using this tool and scrutinizing. So it wasn't just staff's eyes on this, it was the entire community. It is definitely not a decision we regret. The Condo Control team has been fantastic and highly supportive. And when we look back at what we used to do and how we used to do things, we just laugh. We don't know how we did it. This is truly so much better for everyone.